Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of the Generic Non-Specific Stevie Nicks podcast. And this week, we're going to be doing unboxing of the new 9 million vinyl disc studio album collection. But first, we have a very special guest star this week. We're so excited. Idris Elba is here today in my home. And I sent him downstairs for a minute. He's getting me a cup of coffee, and I had a couple dishes in the sink, so he's taking care of those. And oh, cool. Here he comes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Idris. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, coffee. I love it. I said hot coffee. What did I tell you about making me happy, Idris? I told you have to do what you have to do. That's right. Thank you very much. Okay, so Idris will be back in a little while, everybody. He's going to wait in the next room, the master bedroom. Thank you. Nick, can you show Idris where we keep the hoochie shorts? Thanks. Okay. Sorry, Randy. It's so hard to get good help these days, right?
Isn't it? I'm just so impressed that you got Idris Elba here for the podcast, especially this episode.
We had to top Sally Struthers, right?
Well, it's not that hard to do.
We love you, Sally. I swear to God.
We do love you, Sally. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Randy, and this is my best friend, Anthony. And this is the episode we've been waiting for. This is it. We get to unbox. You have your box sets. I have my box sets. Ooh, look at that.
How come I can't? I'm trying to get Stevie. It says Stevie Nicks and 4 sides on the box.
Right. Wait a second. You have 2?
You didn't get 2? What in the kind of Ivory Keys bullshit is that? Well, honestly, Randy knows why we have 2, because more to come. But one of these will be a prize in an upcoming contest for our podcast listeners and or viewers.
That's right. Thank you so much for doing that for us, Anthony, because that was all his idea. But we've talked about this for 2 episodes now. Stevie has released through Rhino the, 75 disc box set of all of her solo albums and 3 discs of rarities as well. I went ahead and took mine out of the cardboard box because my box was damaged and I wanted to make sure that the inside wasn't. But I mean, come on, look at this packaging. It's so beautiful. And I've never seen this photo before. Have you?
It's amazing nowadays when I see photos we haven't seen before. I'm like, where did it come from? I'm like, did AI make it? Or
right.
Yeah. But I mean, we know, for those who don't know, we know that Stevie Nicks practically invented the modern selfie. I know somebody did in the 1800s, but she had her little old Polaroid instant camera with a long cord with a remote control so she could take photos of herself.
Click. Yes.
And my parents had that same camera, and I always saw that little hole, and I never knew what it was for.
I didn't either. I had no idea. Until the advent of cell phones, I didn't know that you could do like some things.
We have our cellophane still on the box, which is why I'm getting all that light reflection. Sorry, everybody.
Yes.
Randy, what number did you get?
I got number 1435 out of 3,000. What did you
I got number 1173. So mine's got a 17 in the middle.
Whoever got number 17, number 1717, number 526, and number 1991. We want to know. Those are the dates those are the numbers we really wanted.
Yes.
And we didn't get any of them. So if you are out there listening or watching and you got those numbers, please let us know in the comments so we can stalk you.
If you have 17, trade with Randy. That's what I'm saying.
You can still call the Sally Struthers hotline. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I started to rip my cell phone open before you said go.
I did too. I've got a little. All right. Let's go ahead and start opening this.
Okay.
Because I've been waiting since Wednesday. Anthony's been waiting since Thursday.
Well, we've both been waiting since the 28th.
Yes, we have
9 games with us.
Yes. Thank you, UPS. All right, the
So
cellophane.
the back has, for those, the back has the original cover art for each album with the track listing. And
Yes.
then down here is the rarities collected.
So I noticed that the other side of the mirror is the one that is now a double album. Like Belladonna is a single album,
Oh,
Wild
I see.
Heart, Rock
Right.
a Little, and then it goes to other
Street
side
Angel
of the
is
mirror.
a double album.
Anyway, I'm just gonna skip over that.
Stevie, Karen's gonna need Stevie's gonna need the burn cream, Karen. I'm
Yes.
The Trouble in Shangri-La is a double album, so I forgive her now.
Yes. So is In Your Dreams. 24 Karat Gold was already a double
everything
album.
Is except for the first two then.
First three.
First three.
Okay. Belladonna, Wild Heart, and Rock a Little. So yeah. Okay. We're gonna open.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Ooh. Oh my God, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. The purplish like ombre effect.
It is. It's beautiful. It's all the way around, and the bottom's just the beautiful pink color.
It makes me think a lot of Rock a Little. I don't know why, but purple is associated with Rock a Little.
You go ahead, Lily.
That's right. I don't know if this is true for you, but every album has a specific color scheme for me. Like Belladonna seems very blue.
Sure.
Wild Heart is very burgundy.
Right.
Rock a Little is very purple. Other Side of the Mirror is very red. By the way, wearing my Other Side of the Mirror tour shirt today.
Not wearing a tour shirt.
What are we going to
do? Idris? Sorry, Idris?
You say Idris.
I don't have Idris. A tour shirt, that tour shirt, so I'm going to ask him to finger paint the design onto my chest while we're doing this.
I think that's fair. I think that's totally fair.
There's not enough fingers then, you know. What?
Okay, we're going to look at Belladonna now.
This is a very emotional moment because I remember this so much.
I do too.
I almost wish, I know it would be a waste, but I almost wish they were individually wrapped again. So it'd be like peeling it off when I first got it back in the 1980s.
Right.
I just slid out a little bit of the inner sleeve, and I'm trying not to cry.
Okay.
Okay. We have the different side up, which is fine. With an original artwork on the back too, right? That's
right.
Correctly.
So far, original artwork everywhere.
And then the liner notes too. Oh, little stammery with the flowers. And the girls in the bedroom.
And okay, this did not age well. That's Bill Cosby's bedroom.
Oh my goodness, now I never knew that.
Yes, it took me a very long time to figure this out because he's thanked in the liner notes somewhere where it's like...
I'm looking for the roofies in a jar though. And I don't...
Right. Of course, maybe...
So that little statue is like, yeah!
No, I'm sorry.
I had that. I remember Nick and I had a bed frame, not as ornate, but like that. And I forgot all about this one. That probably
Yeah. I'm trying to find where it says special thanks to Bill Cosby's house or something.
Maybe they took that off. No,
they
Bill Cosby's house.
Yep.
Did it always say Bill Cosby's house?
It did.
Well, that's better than Bill Cosby.
Well, that's true. But of all the rooms in his house, the bedroom, come on.
But everything to my memory looks exactly the same.
It does.
So I'm really happy. That makes me
I am too.
It even says Modern Records on it. And oh, the beautiful. And it's the Modern Records, the same label.
Yeah. And I love the clear vinyl. I really do. The clear vinyl looks beautiful. Yes.
So I'm very happy. This is going to bring me so much joy to read all these liner notes and read the lyrics along with the album playing again.
You can ride high atop your pony and know you won't fall.
Oh, we forgot to play our little loop. I can't be Stevie Nicks. I'm just a non-specific lookalike. You made me think of that with your impersonation.
That's okay.
Next week for sure.
For sure. But we were so excited to get to this point.
Yes. And about Idris.
Okay. Yeah, and about Idris. All right. Next up is The Wild Heart.
And it in the back. And it's the same. Again, to my memory, it's precisely the same.
It's exactly the same. This is one of my favorite album covers of all of her album covers. I love the burgundy, which I didn't know this until it was sold on eBay, and I was really pissed. I'm glad it went for a lot of money, but still, the cape is actually black. I always thought the cape itself was burgundy.
Really? Oh, it's just lit to be that.
It's just lit.
Either lit or photoshopped to be.
Right.
I mean, you can, it's literally, it looks like it here might be black, but.
Well, and also I'm embarrassed to say that I didn't realize this was supposed to be Mother Maiden Crone, from mythology. That's what it's supposed to be. But as we know from the Rooms on Fire,
he was working too hard to be Maiden and Crone or Mother.
Yeah.
Well, Maiden, but Mother and Crone or something. All women matter. She's lovely in all three stages.
Yes. Yes. And this is where
who are the other folks for the folks that don't know in the photo?
That is Sharon Solani,
of course,
and Lori Perry Nix, who I nearly vomited on in Dallas.
Her hair was slightly a different color.
And this is also when Stevie was really big into the hand tinting of photographs.
Yeah.
Right. That was her big hobby back then. All right. Oh, look. Not only do we have the inner sleeve, but the lyric sheet. Yes. The lyric sheet.
And again, it's the same font, the same layout, the same design.
Everything is exactly the same.
More
and on
girls.
the end, and there's
who's our extra girl? Sandy Stewart, right?
Sandy Stewart. Yeah. Yeah. Good old Sandy, who lives in Texas, by the way, and sells real estate these days.
Oh, well, we should see if we can get her to come on.
Right? Hey, Sandy. What you doing? She's
forever mine because I pretend.
Right. Oh, that's going to be a really nice little thing to add to a next episode. So do you think if you send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Stevie Nicks fan club that it will be answered?
We are going to find out.
I think we should. I really do.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Yes. And that she thanks Art Garfunkel in the liner notes. I think that's hilarious.
But not the other one.
Not the other one. And then another nice little clear vinyl. It looks so pretty. Oh my God. I'm so emotional looking at all of this.
I love it. Yeah, me too.
I do too. All right. Let's put the Wild Heart away for now. We'll revisit you in a future episode, but today's about the whole packaging, because I know Anthony and I are both ready to get to Trouble in Shangri-La. All right, rock a little. Ta-da!
And again, same exact reproduction with the wonderful fabric that we love so much.
Yes.
And for a future episode, we're going to be talking about
my
necklace that I have that looks like this and where I got it and how that ended up with me meeting Stevie for about 10 minutes.
That's right.
And
I was thinking about that necklace. I was thinking about that necklace today. I really was.
About sneaking it off my corpse in the casket and
oh, honey, there will be no sneaking it off your corpse. I will throw myself on your coffin and in the ensuing chaos, yank it from you.
You'll be the second person to yank it from my neck. But
that's right. That's right.
There's
our girls again. Yes. And all the liner notes. And again with the really pretty.
And if I were you.
If I were you.
Oh, what label is it?
It's the same label.
It's the same label. I don't think we looked at Wild Heart, did we?
We did. We did.
Oh,
I
okay.
checked it.
What was it? Was the same label?
It was the same label.
You didn't show me. I didn't see. I feel left out. F FOMO. Homo with FOMO.
You did not pay attention.
Who can't get his disc back in? I always have that.
I think you should talk to your doctor about that.
New prescription FOMO.
Ask your doctor if FOMO homo is right for you.
Okay, so here's the moment.
Yes.
We know this lovely art, and we know this lovely art, and it's the same, and it's lovely. But what's in the middle?
Let's see what's inside. Oh. Look at that.
The one on the left one we've seen. I'm not positive about the one with the girls.
No, that was on the CD insert. I've seen that before.
But it was not in the album art, I think, right?
No. But I think, if I remember correctly, that this was the inner sleeve artwork that is now in here. I think. Because if you notice, let's pull out disc 1. There's the liner notes, right? But then the inner sleeve is just white. It's just, it's just generic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
this is not new. This is what we had before, right?
Right. Okay, so this may be a mandala effect, but I remember that the CD came in 2 versions, and one was exactly like this, and then other was like all silver, and then the black and white like checkered floor was only like in the bottom half, like it was.
You're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to go check what I have upstairs in our CD land.
Yeah. So if you're out there and you have either one of those CDs, shoot us a photo or something, or comment, because I'm thinking it's mandala, but I could swear I remember a silver CD with just like the bottom.
Check us out on Instagram, Stevie Friends. It's plural.
That's right.
Send us a comment. I have it, and we'll figure out how to get a picture from you.
We have a nice little link tree in our Instagram account too, so you should be able to find all of our socials. This was also, aside from the fact that I love the color red, and she looks so good in red, by the way, one of my favorite like fonts for her name, because every album they would change the font of her name, and this was one that I really liked, obviously. See, but this one was a really cool one. Okay, so that is
the track order is exactly the same. Yeah. Right?
Yes.
Just it's on 4 now.
Yep. Okay. It's the same, and there's no bonus tracks or anything. And I never got over.
No, I shouldn't.
No, we're still gonna talk about it. We're still gonna talk about it.
Idris, can you bring a blowtorch?
I thought that might end up different when you said that, but blowtorch is okay.
Okay. So this was only on
CD.
And this is the artwork from the CD. Okay. And I remember this also. So it's the front and back CD.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. And then the inside. I remember this little photo of her niece, Jessie. Like
yeah.
CD. Yeah, I remember that. And then again,
definitely what was in the CD. And this looks like, Randy knows I have a friend named Lacey James, and Lacey James put out an album. And it was actually very popular in one radio market in Texas back in the day, back in this time.
Right.
And I designed the liner notes for her CD, and it looked just like this, but I did it first, so I don't know. It was a coincidence, but
I don't think it was a coincidence.
And you can still get them on eBay and Etsy, and her music is on YouTube, and it's wonderful, and you should seek her out.
Yes.
Lacey James.
I got to meet her at your birthday party.
Yes, she did.
And that was so awesome.
And she told me she felt like She already knew you. Yeah.
Okay. Here's one of the new
You're
vinyl.
going so fast. I'm hurrying.
I'm going so fast. You were on to Street Angel while I was still trying to.
I'm taking in some detail.
Blue Eyes.
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
I'm ready when you are.
I am ready. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
I hear there's trouble in Shangri-La. I cannot. So, do you remember that this was leaked as the original cover image before the album came out?
I never knew that.
That was allegedly.
Allegedly.
Look at the inside.
I love it.
Oh,
love it. And you go, girls.
Man, this was when you knew Stevie was back, right? Like the dance was great and all, but when she put this album out and she looked like that, I mean, she was just like, it's like for us, she never went away, but for other people, she did.
Oh, I love the label. It's so pretty.
Oh my God, the liner notes. Oh, I remember this photo so well. Do you remember this from the CD?
Yes.
I do too.
Oh, I didn't even see my liner notes. I was too busy looking at the label.
One of the concert t-shirts that I sadly no longer have is the bright red with just the dragon artwork in black, and that was one of my favorites.
Okay, so we're quick PSA to our listeners, viewers. I will be 60 years old this year, and I say that because I'm going to have to take my cell phone out, take a high resolution photo of this, and pinch and zoom to read one character on here. For a moment, I couldn't tell if it was upside down or
not. Yeah, the liner notes are very tiny.
Yeah. Hey, okay, you think so too? Yeah.
Yes. I do. I can't read. And I have glasses. I have glasses on, and I'm having.
I don't have glasses on because I'm vain.
I'm gonna do the librarian thing and tip my glasses out on my nose.
There you go. Take it in. Break it all in.
Yeah. It's so beautiful, though.
I thought you meant my glasses.
Yes, you're pretty with or without glasses. You don't need to be vain about your glasses. Okay.
So vain.
You probably think this podcast is about you. Carly Simon's going to have to be one of our next special guests, I think. We'll see if we can get Carly Simon. I'll call her manager.
Cool.
All right. Are you ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
All right.
Now, this one, I don't think I owned on CD either. I think I just got digital.
Really?
I had the movie, right? Am I on the wrong one?
Right.
Yeah.
Nope.
But I don't know that I got the CD. I don't remember. Because the reason I say is I don't remember that photo at all with Dave Stewart.
Oh, I do. I had this on CD as well. I have it.
Remember, we listened to it. You could listen to it the day before or something on a live stream.
Like 3 days before on Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
And we were listening to it.
Yeah.
And did you see the inside? Look at these. Look at these photos. Oh my God.
I love this golden one. I love the braid thing going on in her hair.
Yes.
And then the wonderful Mr. or Mrs. Owl photo is cool.
Do you remember, and somebody did like TikTok of this or something, but back in like 1987, Stevie was giving an interview to MTV, and it was back when she was like, I'm not a witch. I don't have owls in my house or anything. And
I have a lot of more important things that I could worry about besides people thinking that I'm a witch. You know, all you have to do is come by my house, drop in. There's no like owls up there, you know, and you know, it's silly.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled program.
And they cut in like photos of Stevie with the owl now.
Look at little tiny Stevie. So it's a full shot of this outfit, which is a crime that isn't bigger up here, but
right.
It's gorgeous.
I think she had some really, but okay, here's my one little gripe. I think all of these photos of her are better than this one.
Well, yeah, for who is that? Who's
right.
this person?
Right. And it's kind of fuzzy, like it's not even high res.
It's fuzzy, and her face was never shaped like that. Her head, her literal chin, head. Who's
right?
That? You know,
right.
I kept thinking. I originally thought that was like a younger relative or something. She's like, oh,
right,
like
one of her
Jessie
goddaughters.
grew up, right?
Yeah. But look at that,
girls, and that's the hair color that you saw in person.
That's the hair color I saw in person. Yes, I did. And I mean, those gowns are gorgeous. Everything about that is gorgeous. And I dropped it on the floor. But I love the label too. Like with her and the owl again. There she is with her owl.
He doesn't do owls.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that excited about that label. I liked all the rest, but it's fine. Randy, who's the person on the liner notes? Why don't I know who that is? Is that?
I dropped my liner notes on the floor, so I'm just and I'm not getting down because my camera angle is really good right now. Who is that? I don't know who that is.
And there's a little. This music is dedicated to Sarah, my sweet girl. Is that Mick Fleetwood's wife? Is that?
I thought so. But
we'll
that's
find
not
out.
What she looks like. Yes. If you know,
this is the kind of podcast where we'll tell you we don't know.
Yes, we will.
We don't say, "Oh, I'm pretty sure it's this because I'm real authority because I like Stevie more than you do."
No clue who that is. No clue.
You know what?
What?
What did you say? I didn't hear that. Sorry.
I said no clue. I have no clue who that is.
Go, see?
Yeah. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Ta-da! Ta-da!
Okay, am I the only one that gets a very serious Lady Gaga vibe out of this? I like to see that.
I totally see it. Yeah.
Right?
Gaga, stand back.
Yeah. And then the inside is exactly the same with all the Polaroids.
Oh, but cool. Now you can actually see them really well.
So she did a photo exhibit in London and I think in Los Angeles as well around the launch of this album, which I thought was so cool, right? And for those of you that don't know, this photo right here of her and Mick Fleetwood was at her wedding, because I know that's what she was wearing at her wedding. Did you people know that Stevie got married? We'll be discussing that too.
An episode entitled Crazy Stevie.
Right. The Wild Heart. The Wild Heart. So
again, lighter note critique. Really small.
Yes.
I don't know. I know we have a friend, Brian, who received the CD version of this. I would love to in the future see his version of some of these liner notes just to understand, like, if it's small here.
Right. How small is it on a CD?
Right.
But
the photos.
Well, the other thing is, I think if it was going to be this small, then it needs to be like very bright white against a solid black background.
And the font's too light. It's almost yellowy on yellow. Yeah.
Right. But the photos are pretty. Okay,
so when they got to the record label selection this time, they kind of just said, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
There's some in that drawer over there.
just get that gold paper out of the printer and use that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is 24 karat gold. That means the last album in this collection is, and I'm waiting for Anthony.
Oh, I'm sorry. Putting away.
No, you're fine.
It's brand new everything, right?
Right?
Oh.
This, the rarities. Okay, my one critique, and this has to do with the box cover as well, although I love this photo, is that these are all 1970s Fleetwood Mac era photos for her solo collection.
Got it.
So I get it, but
yeah.
Oh, this is not a gatefold. Rarities is not a gatefold.
It's not like the others.
No, one of these is not like the others.
It's interesting, very modern and plain. It's not a negative critique, but the way they talk about Stevie Nicks. You said like there's a different font,
right? I would have expected the font from the album cover, from the box set cover.
The eye is too weird. I see Steve when I look at it. I don't see Stevie.
Yeah.
At least I don't see Stewie, and I can't say anymore.
And no liner notes, no lyrics.
But three
discs. Mm-hmm. 3 discs. Side 1 through side 6.
How am I going to know the lyrics?
Right. Well, we already know the lyrics.
But that would have been cool if she had done like a paragraph about each song. But okay.
Right. Well, as you mentioned in our last episode, most all of these songs we already have. They're not really that rare.
It's nice to have, well, some of them I've lost. I did have.
Yes.
What you lost, lonely, and
what you had. Ooh, what
but
you lost.
It's so weird, the criteria. Like Garbo is here, which was a B-side, but it wasn't a rarity, but it was, I guess. I don't,
Yeah. So like side 1, all 4 of those songs are from the Belladonna Wild Heart era. And then side 2, there's 2 Rock-a-Littles. There's one Other Side of the Mirror, and there's one from Time Space.
That's why I kept thinking, wait, Time Space is from one of her albums. Technically, it is.
It is.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
But I thought it was from, for some reason, Other Side of the Mirror. I was wrong.
Yeah. No, Real Tears, which we're going to have a lot of fun discussing that.
Was that a B-side?
That was a B-side from Two Kinds of Love.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. That was one of the singles I had.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Okay.
And then side 3, 2 Time Space. 1 was the B-side to Blue Denim, but it was actually recorded during Rock-a-Little.
Gotcha.
And then number 4, Inspiration, was from the album Street Angel, but only the Japan pressing. Let me see.
Something tells me I'm not going to be like, oh, there was a good song after all. What else? I don't know that song, believe it or not, Randy.
Oh my God. It's actually probably one of the best things to come out of Street Angel. But here we are on side 4, one of the worst things to come out of Street Angel, which is number 2, God's Garden.
That was a B-side to, or was
God's Garden? That was also a Japan pressing. 1,000 Days was the B-side to Blue Denim, but it was also recorded during Rock-a-Little.
Gotcha.
And then Somebody Stand By Me from Boys on the Side. And that's the first time she worked with Sheryl Crow. Side 5, Free Fallin', which she's been doing a lot since Tom Petty passed away. Reconsider Me from The Enchanted Works of Stevie Nicks, which was such a cool box set. Do you remember how cool that box set was when we got it? That was like the coolest thing ever.
Oh, yes, definitely. And I got it at the same time I got the Fleetwood Mac box set with the one with the super long gypsy. So it was a very nice time.
It really was.
Yeah.
If you ever did believe in Crystal from Practical Magic, we're going to have a whole episode about Practical Magic. I have so much to say about that. And then side 6 is Touched by an Angel, which was recorded during Trouble in Shangri-La, but ended up on Sweet November. Not Fade Away from the Buddy Holly tribute. My Heart, which was a bonus track for In Your Dreams. And then the other, For What It's Worth.
What It's Worth B.
2. Yeah. For What It's Worth 2 Electric Boogaloo. That's what we're going to call it.
Which is so odd to me that she included that, but not Show Them the Way. I do not understand that decision.
I don't either.
Because they're kissing cousins.
Right? They are.
Randy.
And maybe
Randy.
It's empty. There's no more. There's no more.
But I didn't catch that at first. You can't. It's this. Her name is here. I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch that either. But there it is. Yes.
My lighting making it impossible to render. Oh, backwards was better. Okay.
This was really well done. The packaging was very well done. I think that the rarities was pretty good. I mean, like we said, it's not things that we didn't have, but it's nice to have them on vinyl.
Oh yeah, and together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of cobbling them by 15 other albums or whatever. And
for sure.
Since some of them were B-sides, they've never been on an LP. And now they are.
Yes. And now they are. So I got to ask you, and maybe this is something we ask our 3 listeners, but I had assumed we would do these in order of release. And that's where I've kind of made my notes and stuff, because I have a little notebook. But we don't have to. I mean, there's no reason we have to do them in chronological.
Whatever you want, Randy.
Well, I don't know.
I'm okay with chronological. To me, it makes sense, but won't be pressed in any way.
No.
Let's see if anybody says.
Yeah, if you have a specific album you're really interested in us discussing, let us know in the comments. I hate to say this because it's so cliche and you see it on every podcast, but be sure to hit the like button and hit subscribe. Because
yes. And please, in Spotify, after you listen only, there's a place to rate the episode. Right. Please give us 5 stars. And if you do, let me know, and I'll try to send Idris Elba over to your house.
Yes. He's got a very full schedule. Well, actually, he doesn't. He's on strike right now. So this is a really good time for him to do like his cameo and
my dishes. Yeah.
OnlyFans. So yeah, for sure. But seriously, as we're developing this podcast, we want to hear from people that are listening to it. And Anthony does have that extra box set that we don't know what to do with. What are we going to do with that? Is there anybody out there that doesn't have a box set?
Huh. And if we're going to give it away, we just don't know how, what's involved. We might have to do spells. Who knows?
Right.
Don't be one of those guys. If you have one, let somebody else have it.
Let somebody else have it that doesn't have it.
Don't put it on eBay and make money, please. We beg you.
Pretty please. I mean, unless you're going to put it on eBay to fund our purchase of the Wild Heart cover cape, then that's okay.
Yeah, well, then we can talk.
There are 2 things that ended up on eBay that I saw that I still kicked myself for not even trying to bid on. And one was the Wild Heart cape. And then the other was a stage-worn top hat. And it was right before we went to Dallas to see the concert. And we should have had that with us.
But we do have we have memorabilia of that type.
We have something really awesome.
And in the future, we'll show stuff and talk about it.
Yes, we will.
I can't reach my tambourine, but I can reach this. That's right next to it. That I don't. There you go.
Oh, look at them. So pretty. See, and it's Wild Heart again.
Yep.
So if I were to ask you today, before we wrap everything up, out of all of her solo albums, which is the one that means the most to you?
Because saying that means the most to me is different than the one I probably like the most.
Right.
Means the most is it's easy to narrow it down to two.
Okay.
I would have to think about it. It's either Belladonna or The Wild Heart.
Okay.
But my favorite is that one.
Right. I would have guessed your answer would have been The Wild Heart. So
it's in the lead, but just by a little, because I believe that Belladonna was the first, and just the impact it had on me. Like I described in our first episode, I heard it overhead. Somewhere. I didn't know who Stevie Nicks was. I heard the song Belladonna, and that compelled me to go find out who is singing this song.
Right.
So that impact is strong, but like you say, The Wild Heart, just, I don't know. That was like my coming of age album,
Right. Yeah.
Because you know me and Stand Back.
Oh, I know. We're going to be standing in it.
We're all waist deep.
Waist deep. Everything about that. Oh, we're going to have to talk about the Civil War video. Everything.
And we might have to explain to people why I don't like Bone.
Yes, we will. There's a whole episode that's just going to be about our parody songs. And it starts with Stand Back. That's the very first one.
Sorry. Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
So we're through our set. Is it time to wrap up?
I think it might be. We're so excited.
Everybody. Thank you for listening.
Absolutely. Next week, we're going to dive into Belladonna, unless our 4 listeners now tell us different.
It's like 18 or something.
It is.
So thank all of you and whoever else joins.
And also on the link tree, we have a blog. It's called the Stevie Nicks Friendship Project. And as we do these episodes, we'll do some blog posts that link to certain things that we're mentioning. So when we talk about Stand Back and we talk about the Civil War video, we'll put a link so that you can see it in case you happen to not know about it.
And as Randy alluded, we're getting our social media act together. So if you're trying to react to us and you can't find the way yet, you can always write us at a Gmail account, steviefriends@gmail.com until we get
That's right. That's right. You can email us. You can leave comments on Instagram, on the Spotify podcast, and eventually we'll have our own assistant, Karen, who will not only get the burn cream, but she will manage all of our social media.
Karen away from Stevie. Think of the tea, the delicious tea.
Yes, hot tea, right, Idris? It will be hot this time.
Yes. Can I have a hot cup now?
Thank you so much. But until then, we will see you on the other side of the mirror.
All right, said Alice.